Oh, here it is. I've got a question. Okay. How to ride the wave through the current public health crisis. So, yes, I will absolutely address that issue. I'm going to actually start talking in a few minutes about that issue, and then I'm going to talk about exactly what you can do later on in this presentation. There are 7 things that you can do, 7 ways to protect yourself or to cure yourself if you get it. Hello, Raymond. How long is this webinar? Wayne wants to ask that. The answer is about 2 hours. I'm not cutting this short. I want to give you full details. In the United States, our best guess is 8 to 12 weeks of seclusion. What is Canada saying, and possibly others? Paul. Okay, so no one knows the answer to that, Paul, because we've never had this particular virus before. But if we look at other pandemics that have happened, like Zika and SARS and N1H1, they have lasted in that range. So it's probably a pretty good guess. Alexandra says, I would like to know what rich people are thinking of, preparing for, doing or not doing. Rich people are not panicking. It's broke people who are panicking. Rich people know history, they remember history, they study history, and they don't panic. Broke people panic. It's broke people lining up for toilet paper. Rich people are not lining up for toilet paper. Remember that that coronavirus is a respiratory infection, It is a breathing infection. Diarrhea or pooping is a GI tract issue. So if you breathe in, you breathe out. If you eat in, you poop out. Why people are racing to get toilet paper is nonsense. It's just nonsense. Only broke people are doing it. No rich person ever thinks that you breathe in and poop out. Every rich person knows you breathe in and breathe out, and you eat in and eat out. If it was a GI tract infection, yes, go get toilet paper. There's other things you need too, like toothpaste, but everyone is ignoring that and just getting toilet paper for some unknown reason. There's more questions now. Okay. Hello, Raymond. Oops. It's every time someone types in a new question, I lose my place. Hello, Raymond from Grace in Denver. Happy spring. Thank you. I love you, Raymond, for doing this. Kathleen, thank you. How far into this crisis do you think we are? Well, we know we're like 2.5 months into it because it just started in January. But the real question is, how much longer do we have to go? And my best guess, I'm not a medical doctor, is a couple months. What do we have as a second source of income in the world today? Well, Durgesh, that's the amazing thing. That's the wonderful thing, that people are forced to do something new. Employees are at home, and so they can be thinking about what else they can do. Businesses they've wanted to start, they can finally start it. One of my friends, a dear friend, her name is Lisa. Lisa just, hi Danielle, why is your picture on my screen? I don't know why.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know why. That's strange. Okay. So one of my friends, Lisa, sent an email to her clients. She's in the business of moving computers. And she said, we're also, as of today, this was a few days ago, in the business of cleaning and disinfecting computers. She sent one email out and she's inundated with business. She's now running 2 businesses, moving computers and cleaning computers. There's all kinds of things that you can do. There's all kinds of guidance that the world needs right now. And I'm going to be giving you guidance in this webinar, and I'm going to be teaching you how you can have guidance for the rest of your life. Thank you for that question, Durgesh. What we do to have a second source of income in today's world, Linda? Well, I've just been covering that, and you just have to keep your eyes open. When the world stays the same, there aren't many opportunities. But when the world has a sudden dramatic change like it is today, suddenly there are huge opportunities. Just think about it. Kids are at school, kids are home from school, maybe till September, who knows? That means 100 million parents around the world suddenly are going to have to figure how to do homeschooling. Anyone who offers guidance on homeschooling is going to get a gigantic rash of business. Just think of what's going to happen. For example, I was just at a gas station to pick up some food. There's a station like just 100 feet from my home, so I dropped in to get some food. And they were moaning that they were going to shut down. Apparently, 2/3 of all gas stations are shutting down. Why? Because nobody's driving anywhere. So gas stations are going to get hurt. Also, let's think about office buildings. We've just sent all of our staff home. Many companies, maybe most companies, have sent their staff home, but there are leases, office leases, that are expiring every day. Well, if we leased the place that we're in and our office lease came up today, we'd probably say, screw it, we're all at home anyways. In other words, office buildings might plummet in value. Leases might plummet in rent. So there's office buildings that can be expected to go way down. There's cleaning services can be expected to go up. There's gas stations that are going to go down. Just notice what's going on and think of what you can offer, because in times of stress, people will buy what they're afraid of. Whatever they're afraid of, they're going to buy like never before. Hi, Raymond. How do we stay healthy? Paul, later in this presentation, I'm going to tell you 7 techniques to follow to stay healthy. Hello, Raymond. Hello, Raymond. I am hopeful to hear how to succeed for everyone's benefit during this hard time. Great to hear your voice, Josephine. Well, absolutely. I'm going to be teaching you exactly what to do to have a mentor, to stay focused, to stay clean in your mind and organized. What are good businesses to start at this time? Patricia. Well, I've already mentioned some of them, but Patricia, just think of what people need. Just think of what people need. There's 100 million kids who are home and their parents are going batty. And the parents are luckily are sent home, but now they're cloistered with their kids. And some of them love their kids and they're going to make love, and some of them hate their kids, or their kids drive them crazy and they're going to make war. There's war and peace that's going to be made. What do you give to parents and kids cloistered in a home close together that don't like each other? What do you give to people who are cloistered in their home and like each other? For example, there's 100 million people who are suddenly going to have to figure out how to do online. There's many people who have never been on a Zoom call. There's many people who've never been on a webinar. There's many people who don't know how to handle all these things that you may easily know how to do. If you offer courses in the most basic thing, there's 100 million people that have to know how to get along virtually when they've never had to before. There's a lot of people who say things like, oh, the internet's not for me. Yeah, well, they'd better get over that. How do I get over my fear of hiring the wrong people? Kelly, that's a good question, but I will not be covering that. I will not be covering that in this call. Hi, Raymond. Looking forward to this. I am overwhelmed with business at the moment. Need ideas on, hold on. Need ideas on how to make good choices for use of my time. Jane. Well, Jane, congratulations on being overwhelmed. There are many businesses that have just doubled and tripled overnight because of this virus and because of people being sent home. And there's people who are dying, at least corporately, like financially, entrepreneurially. So in order to start a business, just notice what is needed and provide it. Thanks, Raymond. Love you. Don't know what I don't know. Open to hear from you, Janet. Very nice. The pandemic is affecting the global well-being. What are the 7 ways to survive this pandemic? Douglas, well, I'm going to be, as soon as I start, that's what I'm going to be teaching. What are real estate prices going to do? Well, real estate prices will fall, not because anything's wrong with real estate. It's rather that everybody's at home and they don't even want to get close to a realtor or a seller. And so there's nobody going to open houses and everybody's panicking. So real estate prices will fall. And then they'll rise right afterwards. So this is a great time to buy when nobody's buying. Raymond, I'm likely one of the first real estate members from back in the 1980s. Oh my gosh, you have always steered people in the right direction. Thank you. Dale Johnson, wow, an old timer. Wow, thanks for coming back. Hi, hi, Raymond. When will we get a feel for when to start investing at a potential bottom? I'm going to be offering you guidance through mentorship, and when you follow me, then you'll know all these answers in real time. As soon as I know them, I'll tell you. I'll tell you when to buy real estate, when to sell. I'll tell you when to get into the market. This is your opportunity to get real guidance. Hi, Raymond. Thank you for taking your time to spend with us. My concern is that people are not going to want to spend money as there's no knowing what will happen to their paychecks. Chandra, there's many people who are stopping buying, and there's many people who are panicking and will buy anything. Hi, Raymond. When will we get a feel for when to start investing? At the bottom. Heather, follow me and I'll keep you in touch. I'm in the investment and insurance business. How can I use this time to expand my business? Ched. Well, just learn how to do it virtually because nobody wants, like maybe wealthy people are too busy to meet you when they're doing great business. When they're sent home, maybe they have lots of time. Maybe this is the time you'll make more money than you've ever made in your life. How to not lose money in the financial sector? Well, you probably already lost some money, but when you follow me, I'll tell you when to start buying into the market again. Are we going to be hurt as in 2008? Luciana, absolutely. If you just do nothing, you're going to be hurt. But if you follow my advice, you're going to make a fortune. Hello, Raymond from Scotland. Oh, hello. How can I help businesses like restaurants and hotels when people are being told to stay away from the premises? George, well, if you're in that business and you have no clients any longer because the restaurants and shopping malls and movie theaters are shut and you don't change your business, you'll get hurt really bad. This is an opportunity to stay nimble. This is the time to follow a mentor's advice. I see so many opportunities here. This is happening for us, not to us. Bravo, Diane. How do we continue our great online businesses when many people are now living in fear and lack and won't buy services? Diane, with that attitude, you're not going to make any money. There are many people who are in fear and won't buy anything, but there's even more who are in fear and will buy anything in order to solve their problems. When people are in fear, when they're desperate, they'll buy in order to find out what to do. If you give them leadership like I am, I have 215 people on this line. I've never had that many in my entire life. So when I'm providing you leadership, I get more people in my webinar. 215. Wow. Uh, do you think that this movement to work from home will redefine how work will be done in the near future? James Vandervelde. Oh, James, what a wonderful surprise to hear from you. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are many companies that have sent all their employees home and they're finding out that business works just fine. Pretty soon they're going to decide, what the heck do I need to spend 100,000 or $1 million a year in rent? Just send them all home. Yeah, there's going to be big changes. Haley Patry says, for coaches like myself moving from in-person to telephone and virtual sessions, do you suggest keeping prices the same? No, absolutely keep prices the same. Absolutely. Don't say that virtual is less and that in-person is the correct one. No, this is the time for change. Haley, they want your advice, not your face. And in any case, you can do FaceTime and they can see your face, or they can do Zoom and see your face. Absolutely no discounts. Well, I shouldn't say no discounts. I don't mean that. I mean, if you want to offer a discount to your clients out of respect for hard times, yes, you should do it. But what I mean is, don't offer a lower price for online just because you think it's worse. It's not worse. Okay, Diane says, being a teacher, I'm starting a YouTube channel to teach kids. Yes, exactly, Diane, exactly. Look around, see what people need. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect, Diane. How and where do I promote this? You promote it online. There are places that you can buy lists, and you're asking the right question. How do I do it? But at least you found a business. Bravo. And when you get good mentorship, you can follow that mentorship and make a lot of money in that new business. I'm settling my parents' estate and selling the house needs to be done. Our thoughts on real estate prices over the next few months? Paul, if you don't have to sell now, don't do it. No one's going to open houses. No one's going to anything. Gas stations are closing down because nobody's moving their car. So if you can hold on, hold on. Prices are going down in real estate. for a while. I'm a teacher currently at home. How do I start an online service? Well, Nicolette, I can't answer that in just one sentence, but Nicolette, when you have great guidance, you'll see positivity, you'll see opportunities, and I will help you. I'm going to start my formal presentation in a minute, and I'll answer your questions. I really want to help children. Would you suggest doing things via Zoom or GoToWebinar? Susan, use any channel you can and see what happens. See which one that they relate to for your kind of service. Just test them both. Hello, Raymond. I do not have a question right now. However, all those questions are helpful to me. Pauline, thank you. I've spent the last 2 days researching suppliers to analyze the feasibility of opening and operating an emergency preparedness store. Anthony, bravo, very creative. Is now a time to invest in the stock market? Susan, no, absolutely not. It's an absolutely wrong time to buy because prices are heading down. They're not going to be heading up until good news starts happening, and that may not happen for a couple months. But when you have a great mentor, you'll know exactly when. Hi, Raymond. I am 9 years old. Okay. I am 9 years old today, and your webinar is a great gift as always. Your award-winning author, Alma. Wow. Hi, Alma. Hello, Raymond. It'll be a great idea to put money in the bank or have cash with me. Well, I would recommend cash with you. If you have money in the bank, I don't know if banks will close. I don't know if there'll be a run on the currency. I would keep my cash with me. Have started my journey of becoming a public speaker at corporations, but thanks to the virus, everyone is canceling my personal appearances. Is this the end of speaking in front of a live audience? Ray, who cares if it's the end of speaking in live audiences? Speak virtually. I've been invited to speak coming up in May in Dallas, and they said if I can't cross the border, just come in by Zoom. They hardly care. So the whole world is changing. You got to change with it. Hi, Raymond. Please, are the virus droplets able to be airborne for some period of time, or do they drop since water is heavier than air? Janet, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not allowed to answer that question. I'm sorry. Hello, Raymond. What are your thoughts about online retreats? Absolutely. Marcia, it's a brilliant idea. Hi, Raymond. Great to hear your voice and your wonderful ideas at this time of chaos. Just what we need. Everyone should be listening carefully and taking notes. Absolutely. Your friend Bruce McGregor. Oh, hi, Bruce. So there's still lots of people on the line. I can't answer everybody's questions. Oh, well, there's just two more. Good. Hi, Raymond. I'm about to complete my first online course based on my book that you published for me. Thanks. Do you recommend certain online platform? Yeah, Zoom or GoToWebinar. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, no more questions, please. I want to start into my formal presentation. Hello, Raymond. Can you please elaborate on real estate market situation? Andy, absolutely. Real estate is going down, not because it's got bad, but because nobody is going to open houses. Everyone is cloistered in their homes and there are no buyers. So real estate's going down, and it won't start going up until good news happens. Same with the stock market. If you get a great mentor, and I'll tell you how to great mentor in this program, then you'll know exactly what to do to make a lot of money. Raymond, that's the end of questions. Lots of I love yous and thank yous. Okay, good. So I'm now going to my formal presentation. You'll love it. Take great notes. It's 30 minutes past the hour. It will be about another hour and a half. Here we go. Take great notes. If you don't know me, let me just explain a little about who I am.
Thousands of people from all over the world come to know success and personal fulfillment on a grand scale. Thanks to the teachings and dedication of this man. Exciting and motivating audiences everywhere into action with his unique insight and life-changing strategies. He has helped many people from many different walks of life take conscious control of their lives, enabling them to double or even quadruple their income doing what they love.
When you're doing what you love, your light shines so brightly that other people are attracted to you.
He's Raymond Aaron, a New York Times best-selling author and creator of the monthly mentor program, one of the most innovative and effective goal-setting programs ever developed. He has been listed in the Who's Who for nearly 2 decades, and has appeared on numerous radio and television programs during that time, sharing his vision and his wisdom. Raymond's success can be attributed to the many years of collective wisdom from various mentors and associates, as well as his own life-tested techniques. Techniques that have helped hundreds of thousands achieve their dreams. Techniques he himself uses in his daily life.
He models what he teaches. He's done it, he models it, and that shows through.
Lives his mission. He really is deeply committed to people having their dreams come true.
Raymond Aaron is well known and respected by celebrity mentors and entrepreneurs throughout the country.
My life completely changed when I met Raymond, because Raymond could take the best of what I had to offer the world and give me a model by which to touch the world to a greater degree and live more abundantly.
The one thing about Raymond's program is that Raymond underpromises and over-delivers. And I say that about almost no one. He has a great program, and I highly recommend it to you. He is just a sweet, sweet human being. Whenever I say that, sweet human being, I want you to get he's sweet and powerful. He's fun and serious. He's playful and profound. It's the full package.
What I love most about Raymond is that he is absolutely dedicated to making his life the best life it can be, and making your life the best life it can be, and creating as much fulfillment on this planet as there can be. He is absolutely caring. He's got a brilliant mind. He is wonderful at structuring great programs, but it's really his heart that's leading the way.
I went from making nothing to making 6 figures in a year, and now I feel amazing. I do only what I love and feel great. Raymond gave me the tools to set any goal I want to. Take advantage of what he has to offer. He's a brilliant man. He can really change your life.
Raymond wants to help you achieve the same level of success as these people, as he has for thousands of others. These others started out just like everyone here, and through Raymond's methods, you'll learn not only to become successful, but to do it efficiently and quickly. Please welcome Raymond Aaron.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Oops, it's stuck. I can't move it forward. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. So what do you need? Please take great notes. You need great facts and you need great habits. Great facts and great habits. I'm gonna go fast because I put extra material in this, so you've got to take great notes. And you can get great facts here. Why? Because facts you can just learn in an instant. But you can't get great habits here. In order to get great habits, we have to get together, let's say, every month. And so we're going to get facts here, but not habits. On the other hand, you need both facts and habits. So let's start learning great facts now. Here's the formula for success. Success is F plus G plus H. Make sure you write that down. Success is F plus G plus H, and I'll be covering all those three in this presentation. So how long does it take to go from now to millionaire? And the answer is, in order to get the wealth skills, it takes only 17 months. Only 17 months, but only if you follow a great mentor. You see, if you don't have a mentor, answer this question. Do most people die rich or broke? Do most people die rich or broke? I want you to answer it. Just type rich or broke into the chat room. Do most people die rich or broke? Let's see it. Just type rich or broke into the chat. I can't go on until I hear your answers. Do most people die rich or broke? Broke? I got one answer. Let's hear them. Not moving forward. They are typing in the question. Okay. Rich or broke? Well, maybe there's a time delay. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'll keep checking on that. So if most people die broke, then they're never going to get there this lifetime. They're never going to get there this lifetime. You can only get there this lifetime if you have a great mentor, because it takes only 17 months. But let's look at what life is without a mentor. Life without a mentor is challenging, and you make mistakes and you get into trouble. And when there's a pandemic like coronavirus, you don't know what to do. You panic, you listen to the news and get all frightened. But a mentor can give you advice. I'm going to give you 7 ways to handle this crisis and make a great deal of money. Life without a mentor is feeling undirected, solving problems too slowly, having an income lower than you deserve, and not enjoying some of your duties. It seems without a mentor that life is just a little beyond your reach. So how much time does mentoring take each month? Well, the answer is it actually saves you time. It could save you decades of time by getting into the wrong business. It could save you months or hours of time, but it actually does take a little bit of time. It takes 1 hour a month for a live, interactive, personal, small group mentoring program that is done online. A live, interactive, personal, small group mentoring session. It's done by Zoom. This is a webinar we're doing right now, but the live class is done by Zoom where you can see everybody's face, and it's really exciting. It also takes 23 minutes a month in order to write your goals in a certain way. Now, the reason you don't write your goals is because it's frustrating, because you write a goal and it doesn't come true. And so you learn not to write goals because you don't want to have failure. But I figured out the world's most powerful goal attainment program, not writing program, attainment program, where you will achieve your goals every month. And I guarantee it, you will achieve your goals every month. And this is my monthly mentor goals handbook that is not available to the general public. So it takes 1 hour for the Zoom class and 23 minutes to write your goal. That's all it takes each month, and suddenly you will achieve goals like a master. And if you were already in my program, here's your very first mentoring lesson. But be careful, get your camera ready, or at least get ready to do a screenshot, because everybody wants to record this sentence. Each mess is a lock on the gate, which keeps abundance out. Take a picture of it immediately or take a screenshot. Each mess is a lock on the gate, which keeps abundance out. What does that mean? Well, here's examples of messes at work. Overdue bills, messy desk, undelivered product, a mess in your tax returns, unhappy clients, and the worst of all, any open cycle, and you don't even know what an open cycle means, and it's the worst mess you have at work. An open cycle is anything that you've started, it hasn't finished yet, and you've ever felt bad about it. So this webinar has started, and it hasn't ended yet, but you don't feel bad about it. So this webinar is not an open cycle. But if you've borrowed something from somebody and you haven't returned it and it's past due, then you've started it, it hasn't finished yet, and you do feel bad about it. That's an open cycle. The average person in the Western world has 500 to 1,000 open cycles, and it's weighing you down horribly. It is weighing you down horribly. Go to a store, buy the brand new fastest computer with the biggest memory, load 1,000 programs in it, and launch them all. What will happen? The computer will slow down and eventually crash. And that's where you are. You are very smart and very fast. But because of your open cycles, you are acting slower than you really are, and you're acting dumber than you really are. You're fast and smart, being forced to act dumb and slow because you have so many open cycles. You can't think as quickly. You can't act as quickly. You get into trouble. You have accidents. And it's all because of open cycles. And I teach you how to get rid of that and all your other messes. And you have messes not just at work, but at home. Any broken promise to any family member or friend, messes in your car, messes in your basement, messes in your closet, messes in your garage, and my all-time favorite, mystery keys. Mystery keys. Are you saying, Mr. Aaron, that if I throw away a few dead keys, I'll get rich? Yes. Yes. Every mess is a lock on the gate, which keeps abundance out. So here's how messes are hurting you. If I had your messes, I'd have your income. If your messes went away, you'd have my income. Heck, if you got my income, even if you don't know what it is, I guarantee you it's not going to be a pay cut. And I don't want your messes, but it's all you deserve. I don't want your income, but it's all you deserve because you have so many messes. You can't make a lot of money when you're surrounded by messes. Great mentoring always brings you more money than your investment. Great mentoring always brings you more money than your investment because every single wealthy person has a mentor and they do very well because of it. Of course, broke people think they can do everything themselves, and the evidence that they can't is that they're broke. So what is the real reason mentoring works so well? I've added these extra slides because I want you to really, really get it. You can put the most amazing musicians in a room, but you don't get an orchestra until a conductor shows up. Some tuxedoed guy with a wimpy baton shows up, suddenly they can play. You can put the greatest actress in the whole world in a room, but you don't get a movie until a director shows up. What is their secret to success? And the answer is the conductor, the director, the guru, the coach, whatever you want to call it. But great mentoring is the answer. And you can cross over to higher success because every successful person has a mentor, and every person who struggles does not have a mentor. And I can prove it to you just by asking. Go up to any successful person and say, "Who's your mentor?" And their eyes will glaze over, and with great reverence and great nostalgia, they will tell you about the person who took them under their wing and changed their life. Then go up to any person who struggles and says, "Who's your mentor?" And they'll say, "Well, broke people don't have mentors and stay broke, and rich people who are already rich look for mentors to stay rich and get richer and prevent accidents and prevent mistakes and prevent getting wiped out." Broke people do it wrong, rich people do it right. You can cross over to doing it the right way. So I told you that success is F plus G plus H, and G stands for, make sure you get this down, great mentor. You must start with a great mentor. Every successful person has a mentor. People who struggle do not. Cross over. And I want you to experience mentoring right now. Before you decide whether or not you want to join my program, how would you like to experience my program right now? And then you'll be able to make a wise choice to join. Okay, let's do that. I conducted a survey, and I should have conducted the survey of people who've been in my program for the entire 17 months. Why? Because it's a 17-month program. You don't want someone drilling your teeth who's been in dental school for 4 months and bought a drill on eBay. He wants someone who's finished the program. But I did something shocking. I allowed my monthly mentor members to answer the survey if they've been in the program only 4 months or more, because I wanted you to see how fast mentoring works. Here are actual results you can expect. I learn important lessons each month. 94% said that. And if you want to know whether that's good or not, listen to this fact. Less than 2% of people in the developed world, less than 2% of people in the developed world ever buy a hardcover nonfiction book after leaving school. Less than 2% ever buy a nonfiction hardcover book after leaving school. Wow. I have cleaned my messes, 92%. I achieve goals every single month, 96%. How do I know you don't? Because you don't even write goals every single month. But that's in business. How about in personal life? My quality of life has increased. 88% said that. I do more of what I love. 76% said that. And here's the best one I got. My income has significantly increased. 48% said that. My income has significantly increased. 48% said that. Just under half of everyone fortunate enough to get into my program has seen a significant increase in their income as a direct result of being privileged to be in the monthly mentor program, which I've been running around the world for 25 years. Wow. And I asked other questions like, what did you get out of the program? And people said that they bought real estate correctly. They now have so much positive cash flow. They fired their boss, and they buy stocks correctly, and they don't make mistakes, and they understand and get all their questions answered. And then I asked another question, which I thought would be roughly the same. Why did you join in the first place? And I was shocked. I was really shocked because practically everybody gave me exactly the same answer. What they said was, I know somebody in the program. I know someone in Monthly Mentor who made a huge amount of money really fast, so I wanted to get in. I know someone in the Monthly Mentor program who made a huge amount of money really fast, so I wanted to get into the program. And I know who that person is. And you'll be shocked. This is the person you know. And here it is, Robert Kiyosaki, the greatest wealth teacher of all time. And what is his most famous book? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But what I like best is his second book, Cash Flow Quadrant. And on page 187, make sure you write that down. On page 187 of the very first edition of Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki wrote, I thank Raymond Aaron and his tape on goal setting for assisting me in achieving more with a lot less stress. That's a wow. That's a huge, huge wow. People as genius and as wealthy as Robert Kiyosaki look for mentors. Broke people who struggle think they know it all. Well, if you know it all, this webinar is not going to help you. But if you're humble and open and embrace mentorship, you will skyrocket in your wisdom and your knowledge, your income, and you will drop in your mistakes and errors and faults. Wow, wow, wow. And my dear friend, Dr. John Gray, who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Kids Are From Hell, wait till you hear what he said. Raymond's groundbreaking technology of goal attainment is the first truly new material on the subject in many years. It is a unique approach that will skyrocket your ability to achieve your own goals. And these goals might be financial, they might be safety from coronavirus, whatever they are, whatever you need, that's what mentoring does for you. And this is probably the hugest of all. I could list 100 of my super wealthy and super famous friends, but let's go right to the top. The world famous Jack Canfield, who created the entire Chicken Soup for the Soul series of books. Let's hear what the amazing Jack Canfield has to say. Our company, that's the Chicken Soup for the Soul empire, achieves outrageous goals, not just normal goals, every month, not just sometimes, using Raymond's unique system. Unique means you can't get it anywhere else. I use it for myself personally. That's Jack's testimony that he is a monthly mentor member. And for my company, that's Jack's testimony that his entire senior staff are monthly mentor members, because bluntly stated, it's the most powerful system ever created. Wow, wow, wow. Monthly mentor is the most powerful system ever created. Wow. Also, I've been in the who's who for 37 years for making millionaires so fast. I'm a New York Times top 10 best-selling author with Jack Canfield, and is my life the life that you want? I have high income and no debt. Why? Because I started with a business mentor, and now I am a business mentor. I have huge real estate wealth. Why? Because I got me a real estate mentor, and now I am a real estate mentor. I have large internet income. Why? You guessed it, because I have an internet mentor. I am not an internet mentor myself. I just have an internet mentor. And that's on the business side. Let's look at the personal side. My relationships sparkle. Why? Because I have a relationship mentor. And I have no medical issues that hold me back. Why? Because I have a health mentor. And now I want you to notice something. I've listed about 6 mentors so far, and I've got a few more to tell you. And I haven't needed a health mentor very often, but I never let any mentor go. When I find somebody that I know is towering in their wisdom, then I keep them with me at all times. I never, ever let go of a mentor so that when I need them, they're right there. I had no idea in December that there would be such a thing as coronavirus. No one ever heard that term before. Suddenly in January, everyone's heard of it. Suddenly in February, everyone's heard of the term social distancing. And I have a health mentor already, so I could just call on him and learn everything I have to know in real time and real wisdom. But most people have no mentor, so they just run around like a chicken with its head cut off, listening to CNN and getting frightened, and listening to what Trump says and getting worried, and listening to what the Premier of Canada says and the Premier of England, and just listening to the World Health Organization and panicking and not knowing what to do. If you don't have a mentor guiding you, you won't know what to do. I don't know when I'm ever going to have a problem in my relationship with Karen, my wife, but whenever a problem comes, I immediately call my relationship mentor and he tells us exactly what to do. I didn't know I would suddenly in January need to contact my health mentor, but because I have a health mentor, I got instant answers. So I'm going to give you 7 things that you can do. Some of them you know, but I'm going to give you a little more detail, and some of them you don't know about. So here we go. There are 7 ways to beat the coronavirus, but you must hear me. Listen carefully. I am not a medical doctor. I am not permitted to give medical advice. I am not giving medical advice. Don't do anything that I say, no matter how compelling it is, because I am not legally allowed to give you medical advice. I'm not giving medical advice. I might tell you what I am doing, but I am not telling you what I'm doing by way of giving you medical advice. I am not giving you medical advice. I've said it like 5 times already. I'm going to give you ideas. You can implement them if you wish, but do not implement them because I said so. Do your own research. I can give you advice in other areas, but I am absolutely not allowed to give medical advice. So I hope you heard me say that. Now that I've said that, let me give you some ideas that I have, and you implement whatever you wish after you've done your own research, not because Raymond told you to. Okay, here we go. So the first thing you've heard is social distancing. This is not a new thing. We all know about social distancing, but I want to tell you why. Look at this graph. The red graph is what will happen with no social distancing. What you see is that the world would get suddenly infected, suddenly, and the number of people who got infected would sharply rise, way, way stronger than it is now, and the number of people who died would sharply rise, but notice, way beyond the capacity of the healthcare system. But it's not just the healthcare system. How about the funeral system? Can you imagine if the red curve were in place, if no government acted, if nobody did social distancing, and people got infected suddenly, then everybody would know about someone who got the disease and they would panic even more, and people would be dying in their home. Well, if funeral homes are overloaded, then you'll have to leave the corpse of your loved one in your home. That would be outrageously horrible. And people would panic even more. But notice, there's something different about this curve. Everybody's yakking and yakking and yakking about exponential growth. Exponential growth means one person gets infected and he infects, let's say, 2 people. Then each of those 2 people infect 2 people, suddenly we're up to 4. Each of those 4 people infect 2, we're suddenly up to 8, and then 16, and then 32, and 64, and 128. And the problem with that is it's not true. It's not true. Why? Because as more and more people get infected, then a couple weeks later, more and more of those infected people recover and are immune. Listen carefully. As more and more people get infected, then a couple weeks later, more and more people are immune because they have recovered. Now, they're also immune if they die, but let's not worry about that right now. See, at the beginning, when someone is infected, everybody out there is a good target because everyone out there could be infected. But once people are infected, they can't get reinfected. And once they recover, they're immune and can't get reinfected. And so you'll notice that it pretends to be an exponential curve up the left-hand side, but then it falls down on the right-hand side. That's what people don't know. They just know, oh my God, it's exponential. Oh my God, it's exponential. Hello, it's not exponential. Exponential only goes up. 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. It only goes up. But this is not an exponential curve. It goes up until the number of possible people that are still available to be infected is so small that the germ can't find any prospect, and so the number of new people dies down. Shouldn't use the word die, that's not well chosen. So anytime someone says it's exponential, you know they have no idea what they're talking about. So with social distancing, fewer and fewer and fewer people have the possibility to get infected. And so what happens is the curve flattens. So you get a blue curve. And the blue curve means fewer people get infected each day, fewer people die each day. And so the scare goes away, and the healthcare system and the funeral care system can handle it all. So panic can go away. So be really, really careful about social distancing. It's not just because if somebody sneezes, you don't want to be near them. It's so that the curve can get flattened. Never say again it's an exponential growth. It isn't. So now, I mean, you know the term social distancing, but now from me as your mentor, you know really what the purpose of it is. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about under Health Mentor is being aware. And there's a wonderful website, Worldometers, plural, worldometers.info, worldometers.info. Take a screenshot or take a photograph with your cell phone, but get that down because it is an unbiased statement of where the world is according to economy and health and government and oil production and cigarette smoking and hundreds and hundreds of facts. And it's fascinating, and it's in real time. You actually see the numbers going up real time. So let me give you some examples of how to know the facts. That's the second thing, is know the facts. So I just took this screenshot less than an hour ago. About 250,000 people have contracted coronavirus. Don't panic and say, oh my God, it's going to go up. Tomorrow it's going to be 1 million, and then a week from now it's going to be 10 million, and then the whole world will get infected. You already know it doesn't just go up forever. It goes up and then it goes down. Now, the terrifying thing is that 10,000 people have died. I'm not making light of that. I am not making light of 10,000 people who died. But what I do want you to know is the facts. So listen carefully. Number one, almost all of those 10,000 deaths are old people who had a pre-existing condition. In other words, they were very frail. They were very unhealthy. And so if any shock happens to them, like an extreme cold weather, a lot of them would die. A huge snowstorm, a lot of them would die. So it's the shock more than the actual coronavirus itself that caused those feeble elderly people to fall off the edge and pass away. It's mostly people who, I don't want to say it this way, but who were on the road to death already. They were feeble and ill health already. So if you look at other statistics, the number of people who have died, this is, by the way, in this calendar year of 2020. If you look at the number of people who've died of AIDS this year, it's up in the tens of millions. If you look at the number of people who've died of diabetes, it's millions and millions. If you look at the number of people who've died in car accidents, it's in the millions. Like everything that you can think of, the death toll is in the millions. Coronavirus is tiny compared to that. I know what you're saying. Yes, but it's an exponential growth. I've already told you it's not exponential. So why is everybody panicking about it? And the answer is it's a CNN event. It's a CNN event. The media loves this kind of stuff. They love it. and it's happened before. Do you remember Zika? Zika, they showed pictures of these ugly mosquitoes. They would land on you and they would bite you and you would die. Well, I went to the Caribbean during the Zika scare, held a retreat, and none of my clients or me got hurt. Zika came and then it went away. Do you remember N1H1? It came and then it went away. Do you remember SARS? It came and it went away. 2008, the worst crash economically in the history of the United States, except for the Great Depression. It came and it went away. The Great Depression itself in the 1930s, it came and it went away. They all go away. It took the Great Depression 10 years to go away. It took the bubonic plague 10 years to go away. But these days, things spread quickly and then die off quickly. Zika did not last 10 years. Zika lasted, I don't know this fact, Zika lasted a half a year or so, and SARS a half a year or so, and N1H1 a half a year or so. Therefore, you can imagine, this is not a prediction, it's just a guess, that this whole coronavirus thing will definitely be gone this year. That's my thought, because all the other big things that have come have gone in roughly a year or less. And so I'm thinking things will be back to normal in about 2 or 3 months. That's a wild guess. Do not quote me. But here's something that CNN is not talking about because it doesn't sell advertising and it doesn't get people scared. Look at the number that's recovered. 244,000 have got the virus. 87,000 have recovered. Why aren't they talking about the 1/3 that have recovered instead of the 2 or 3% that died? Why aren't they talking about the 1/3 that have recovered instead of the 2 or 3% that have died? Why? Because they get more mileage out of talking about deaths than people have recovered. Notice, nobody is talking about who's recovered. And if we look at the United States, 207 people have died out of 330 million. 330 million. In Canada, with about 33 million, 12 people have died. 12. Heck, more people die of being eaten by a llama in Canada than 12. Like 12 is tiny. Now, please, I'm not making light of 12 people dying. I'm only saying take it in context. If you want to panic over 12 people dying of coronavirus, why aren't you upset about the tens of thousands who are dying in Canada of car accidents and AIDS and cancer and diabetes? Because those numbers are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. So the second issue is know your facts so that you don't have to panic. And the next one I want to talk about is staying mentally calm and happy. Mentally calm and happy. If you, and this is number 3, if you and I were God and we had to design man, would we design man to be to be healthier when he was happy or healthier when he was sad and in panic? Obviously, we would design man who would be safer and healthier when he was happy. We all know that people who are happy are healthier, and that people who are pessimistic bring on their own failures. Well, this is a time to overcome CNN. This is a time to overcome all the crap that you're seeing, some of it true, but most of it garbage, on Facebook. Anybody can post anything, and if it looks pretty or has a pretty picture, then people share it and suddenly goes viral, and then for some reason everybody believes it. Stay mentally calm. Be cool. Have a mentor who can give you guidance. That's the secret. That's the real secret right now. And then number 3 or 4, I've lost count, oh my gosh, is be nutritionally wise. Nutritionally wise. And what do I mean by that? Well, this is a time when your body needs to be extra strong in case it has to fight off the coronavirus. Now, it's unlikely you're going to get the virus, and you want to be strong so that you don't get it, so you've got a strong immune system. So being strong physiologically will help you not get the virus, but being strong if you do get the virus will help you fight it and overcome it and recover from it and be immune to it. So this is a time to eat healthfully. This is a time to get organic fruits and vegetables and meats. This is a time to not smoke. This is a time to not drink alcohol. This is a time to not do street drugs. This is a time to notice what you're putting inside your body. Read labels, for gosh sakes. This is not the time to allow additives and preservatives into your body. This is not a time to allow artificial coloring and artificial flavoring into your body, because your body has to fight all that garbage and then has to fight an infection from the outside. Be nutritionally wise. Yesterday, my wife and I went on a bit of a cleanse. No big deal, just one day. We bought some beautiful, organic, fresh squeezed, freshly juiced greens from a store really near us called Green Press. And all I had all yesterday was 2 huge glasses of greens. It was a combination of celery and spinach and kale and such like that, and a few handfuls of grapes. That's all I had. I lost a pound, felt good about that, and I cleansed myself and I felt wonderful. Be nutritionally wise. Today is not a day for dessert. Today is not a day for Coca-Cola and soft drinks. Today is not a day to smoke and drink alcohol. Not today, not for the next few months. Actually, not for the rest of your life, but for sure, not when you might have the chance of being infected, and not when you want to recover if you do get infected. So please take that very seriously. The next thing is be physiologically, that means within your body, active and fit. So I spoke to my coach, a coach who always helps me in my fitness programs. His name is Nikki. And Nikki said, now's the time to get active. And I said, yes, sir, I'll do whatever you say. And so I used to exercise, let's say in the year 2019, once or twice a month. Once or twice a week. Once or twice a week, maybe just once a week. But now, almost every single day. Yesterday, I went up 100 flights of stairs. The fastest I've ever done it in the last 5 years was 55 minutes. Yesterday, I did it in 44 minutes. Why? Because I'm being as fit as I can. I don't want to get that darn corona. And if I get it, I want to fight it off by being fit. And the day before that, it was 2 days ago, I got on the elliptical machine because there's no impact. It's not like running. And I was on it for a hard hour, just pushing and pushing as hard as I can. I'm 75 years old, but I still did it. So I don't know what excuse you can have. And my best time ever for my best number of strides, best number of steps for 1 hour on the elliptical was 6,800. And 2 days ago, I did 7,200, 400 more. I'm getting older, but I'm getting younger, and I'm getting fit, and I'm getting active because I don't want the coronavirus. And if I get it, I want to fight it. So I'm fighting it mentally, I'm fighting it nutritionally, I'm fighting it physiologically, and I'm fighting it by knowing the facts. I'm fighting it by knowing the facts. I'm doing all of these things that I'm telling you. And let's go to another way. Vitamin C. Vitamin C, wait till you hear this. Vitamin C you get through all fresh fruits and vegetables, especially organic ones, and especially if you eat them raw. Even there's some vegetables you can eat raw, like lettuce and peas and spinach, and all the fruits, of course, you can eat raw. Get organic and OD on vitamin C. Here's your rule for the next few months: OD on C. Why? Because roughly 50 years ago, Linus Pauling, a genius, he was recently voted one of the 20 greatest scientists of all time. One of the 20 greatest scientists of all time. He's one of the only people on earth who has ever received 2 Nobel Prizes, 2 in one lifetime in completely different fields. And what he discovered is large mega dosages of vitamin C will keep you abundantly healthy. Now, he proved it, so I can state it clearly because it's in all kinds of peer adjudicated journals, and Linus Pauling also discovered it. Huge vitamin C. So when I studied that and learned that today, Karen and I went out. We went out to a health-oriented pharmacy, and we bought huge dosages of vitamin C. I'm recommending 10 grams a day. 10 grams a day. Most pills that you get are half a gram. So you'd have to take 20 pills. But listen carefully. I shouldn't say this. Okay, this is not true. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not allowed to say this. What I've heard is there's no side effects to mega dosages of vitamin C. In fighting cancer, they give patients up to 90 grams a day. 90 grams a day. I'm suggesting 10 grams a day to help you prevent getting the coronavirus. So go get vitamin C, and you can supplement it by having lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. The next thing I want to talk to you about is a malaria vaccine. Just 2 days ago, Elon Musk met President Trump, and they talked about a malaria virus that's been around in use for 50 years, and it's been working well, and they say it doesn't have many serious side effects. So let me tell you the name of it. It's called chloroquine phosphate. You might want to take a screenshot of that because it's a bit of a mouthful. Chloroquine phosphate. It is a drug that they've been using for 50 years to fight malaria, and it works really well. And the side effects, the top two side effects are always listed in order of frequency. The top one is a headache, and the next top one is loss of appetite. Well, you know what? If I could prevent you from getting coronavirus, and I can prevent you from getting a coronavirus by, at the risk of getting a headache or losing some appetite, go for it. I'm not telling you to take a drug. I'm not a doctor. I'm not allowed to prescribe. I am not taking it myself. I'm just informing you in my studies. That's what I have learned, that President Trump has contacted his FDA, that's the Federal Drug Administration, and what he said is fast track chloroquine phosphate. Don't push it through without studying it. Study it, but study it as quickly as you can. And I'm against drugs that they only do a very short-term study of, but nevertheless, that might be the absolute best thing to do. Do your own research, but know if you like drugs and you like to take drugs and you like to rely on drugs, then there's a really good chance that the malaria vaccine, chloroquine phosphate, will be approved for the coronavirus. The maker of chloroquine phosphate, Bayer, has said it will give President Trump 3 million free pills to hand out. Maybe to poor people, I don't know. But the population of the United States is well over 300 million. So 3 million is very nice, but then I guess the others will be sold. And yet another that I want to talk to you about is heat. The virus has strengths and weaknesses, just like humans or cows or horses or grass have strengths and weaknesses. And its strength is that it can survive in the cold. The coronavirus can even survive below freezing, but it doesn't handle itself well in heat. How much heat? 133 degrees Fahrenheit in the sinus area, like around your nose. So you can heat up your knees and your toes as much as you want. It's not going to help because this is an upper respiratory illness. Upper respiratory illness is in the top of the lungs and in the sinuses area. So one way you could get up to 130 degrees Fahrenheit is in a sauna. But most saunas And most whirlpools, like hot tubs, jacuzzis, top out at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So a sauna is not a very good idea because it doesn't get hot enough. And also, there'll probably be other people in the sauna, so that defeats the social distancing. Also, it heats up all your body when all you have to do is heat up your sinus area. So wait till you see what the solution is. You'll laugh yourself silly because I did. The solution is, here it comes, a hair dryer. Yes, an ordinary hair dryer. And here's what you do. You put a hair dryer on the lowest heat setting so that you don't injure yourself. You put it on the lowest heat setting, and then you hold it a fair distance, like a few inches from your nose, pointed up into your nostrils. And at the lowest blowing pressure and at the lowest heat setting, and at maybe 6 or so inches from your nose, you breathe it in and make sure you can handle it. You don't want to injure yourself. As soon as you can handle it, then you'll realize that you can move it closer, you can turn the blower up, you can turn the heat up, but do it gradually so that you don't hurt yourself. And you breathe it in and then hold it. And as you breathe out, turn the blower away from you because the heat can't get in when you blow out. So there's no point having the heat in your face when you don't need it. So point it to your nose safely, breathe in and hold it because you want to kill the virus. And what I've learned is you should do that for about 5 minutes. Because that heat will dry you out, you're also going to have to drink a lot of water. And then stop and do it again for 5 minutes. And if you're fairly healthy, twice a day might be enough. If you're not as healthy, you may want to do it more times per day. I am not a doctor. I am not telling you to do this. What I'm saying is, here's an idea, and don't do it until you do your own research. So I've told you about a health mentor, that in December, I'm glad I had a health mentor, but I didn't know that I would need one. Maybe I'll have an argument with my wife tonight and we'll immediately call a relationship mentor. You don't know when you need a mentor, but if you don't have a mentor when you need it, you're in desperate trouble. And I have mentors. Well, I'm listing all my mentors. I'm spiritually fulfilled because I have a spiritual mentor, and I'm completely fit because I have a fitness mentor, even at age 75. And in fact, my fitness mentor said to me one day, sign up for the toughest race in the world. I said, what are you talking about? Sign up for the toughest race in the world. So I went to Google and I typed in toughest race in the world. Unfortunately, one came there, and even more unfortunately, I clicked on it. It's called Polar Race, probably the world's toughest race. It is a 350-mile, month-long foot race to the magnetic North Pole, hauling a 100-pound sled at minus 40 degrees, and I haven't even told you the worst danger yet, dodging polar bears. Yes, that's a teenage polar bear. It's not as big as the daddy polar bear, but they're more dangerous because they're unpredictable, somewhat like human teenagers. In any case, I went to my fitness mentor and I said, polar race. And he said to me, how tough is it? And I said, what part of hauling a 100-pound sled at minus 40 degrees for 350 miles isn't the tough part? And he said to me, prove it's tough. So the next time I saw him, I told him that 160 people have crossed the Atlantic Ocean in a rowboat. 400 people have been to outer space. 2,000 people have climbed Everest. 5,000 people have broken the fabled 4-minute mile. But in all of human history, only several dozen people have ever been to the North Pole by their own efforts. And wait till you hear this, I am one of them. Yes, I am one of them, and I can hear you applauding in your living room around the world. You want to see a picture of me at the North Pole? Here it is. I know I'm hard to recognize because no part of my skin can be exposed to the cold. But that is the North Pole. And you might say, where's the pole? Well, the funny thing is, the North Pole is on the Arctic Ocean, and the ice actually moves. So if they hammered a pole in, it would be in the wrong place the next day. But nevertheless, if you want to see the North Pole, look halfway between my boots. That's the actual North Pole. By the way, just off the screen to the left is the Santa factory. I thought the photographer would get it in the picture, but he missed it. It's just to the left. You can almost see it if you kind of look hard. That was a very, very happy day, the day that I reached the North Pole, but not every day was happy. Indeed, the ninth day was a not happy day. The ninth day was a very not happy day. Why? Because the temperature, get ready for this, the temperature hit minus 68 degrees. Minus 68 degrees. I cannot tell you what minus 68 is like, but I can show you. That's what I look like at minus 68. You can see that my right side of my nose was cracked right open. My left side of my nose is pasty white. That's all frost nip. My eyes were sunburned. I couldn't see. My lips were cracked and bleeding. The roof of my mouth was sunburned. And underneath all that ice on my face was frostbite. That's what I looked like the day of the North Pole. But even that's not the worst. The day after the race, when they flew us back to the hotel in Resolute Bay, I looked like my own grandfather. That's a picture of me the day after the race. Oh my God. But now I know I can achieve any goal, any goal, any goal, any goal with a great mentor. I had a great mentor. He taught me how to thrive in the extreme cold. With a great mentor, I can achieve anything. I'm a multimillionaire as a speaker because I got a mentor. I'm a multimillionaire in real estate because I got a mentor. I'm a multimillionaire in the internet because I have a mentor. I'm a multimillionaire as an author because I got a mentor. I'm a multimillionaire in business because I got a mentor. And I'm a multimillionaire in 4 other things that don't fit on the screen because I have a great mentor. You can earn as much in 1 month as you did all last year with a great mentor. You can escape the sea of sameness with a great mentor. You can launch a very successful business or wildly grow your current business with a mentor. And when is the best time to do it? Now. Now is the best time to do it. When there is chaos, when there is uncertainty, when there is fear, that's the best time. Because when people are uncertain and unsure, that's when they need guidance the most. Yes, you can say yes, but they don't want to spend money because they might fear they'll lose their job. Yeah, but if you find out what they really want, they'll pay anything for it. Right now, when people are frightened, they will pay for guidance. I told you I have a proof here. I'm over 200 in this webinar, the highest attended webinar of my entire life. Why? Because I'm giving guidance. You should attend. If you can have your business work harder for you than you work for it. You can have your questions answered by a true master. You can protect yourself from pandemics or whatever problems come to you. And my program is called the Monthly Mentor, and you find it in binder 1 that has 4 genius basic mentoring programs. 3 of them you do once a year. 1 of them you do every single month. It's genius. And the class is an interactive mentoring class every single month conducted by Zoom. What is the tuition? It's a small car, but to be more precise, it's $12,000 US. And I'm sure you know the deal. I'll likely give you a discount, so hold on. And then it's $500 a month for 17 months. Why 17 months? Because it takes 17 months to get the wealth skills. Once you have the wealth skills, you can make as much money as you want any time you want. I've given you 3 proofs that mentoring works: testimonials from real members, survey results from real members, and people you know, like Robert Kiyosaki, saying that it really works. But now I'm going to give you a 4th proof. And the final proof is a guarantee of success. Nobody gives a guarantee of success. I do. And in fact, I'm going to give you a triple guarantee of success because I want to take all the risk away from you. That's why people race to register for the monthly mentor program, because I take all the risk. You have no risk. You just have success and protection and thriving. Wow. It's not just a guarantee, it's a triple guarantee. Let me tell you how huge they are. You will scream wow after each one of them. Guarantee number one, you will achieve your own goals every month, goals you select on your own. Listen carefully. You write down your goals on my form. I've created a very, very special and sacred form. You write your goals in my format on my form. Any goal you wish, any goal you wish, any goal you wish. Listen carefully. You write down any goal you wish. I guarantee you'll get it, or you get all of your money back, and you can keep all the material. Wow, wow, wow. That's an unheard of guarantee. And the only reason I can offer it is because monthly mentor truly works. The second guarantee is you'll achieve goals you personally view today as outrageous. Now, outrageous, my definition is that you know you can't get it done this month. You know you can't get it done this month. On my special form, there's a box with an arrow to it saying, write in this box a goal you know you can't achieve this month. A goal you can't achieve. You cannot achieve it. You know you can't achieve it. And then I guarantee you'll get it, or you get all of your money back and you get to keep all the material. Oh my gosh, that's a double wow. But it's not just a double guarantee, it's a triple guarantee. The third one is probably the best of all. Some of your goals will achieve themselves auto-magically. Auto-magically means without any apparent effort of your own. You'll write the goals at the beginning of the month. You might even forgotten what goals you wrote. And at the end of the month, when you go to score your success, you'll say, oh my gosh, I wrote this down and it achieved itself. I forgot I even wrote it down. I guarantee that'll happen to you, or you get all of your money back and you get to keep all the material. You have to get all three of those, or you get all of your money back and keep all the material. Nobody offers you guarantees like that. The only reason I can do it is because monthly mentor works. Wow, wow, wow. I personally sign the guarantee. I personally guarantee the guarantee and corporately guarantee the guarantee. There is no risk to you whatsoever. That's why people race to get in. And there's a benefit immediately right at the start. What is that benefit? As soon as you register, you'll be sent Wealth Secrets. It's an audio interview of me and Robert Kiyosaki in which he reveals the wealth secrets he's never going to put in any book. He reveals the wealth secrets he's never going to put in any book. We've both agreed not to sell it, but to give it away to our best clients. And the instant you register, you will get Wealth Secrets by Robert Kiyosaki. Wow, wow, wow. And let's talk about getting rich on demand, because all rich people know how to do it. Broke people think it's a fantasy. So let's talk about Nicholas Berman, a dear friend and client of mine. He's a real estate developer. After 4 decades in real estate, his net worth was $40,000 with 2 teens still to put through university. In other words, he was broke. Enter Raymond 3 years ago. I just did what Raymond said. Today, my net worth is over $1 million, thanks a million Raymond. Wow. 40 years, no mentor, $40,000. 3 years, Raymond as his mentor, $1 million net worth. You do the math. There's no amount of money you could pay for a great mentor that isn't worth it. Mentors, great mentors, are totally worth it. Great mentoring skyrockets you up to this level. And Monthly Mentor has been helping people around the world for 25 years. And it has been rated as the #1 most powerful mentoring program on earth, better than Tony Robbins, better than Brian Tracy's. And you're going to get that proof within a few minutes. Wow, wow. So let's go from now to millionaire. Success is F plus G plus H. You know that G is great mentor. Now we're going to find out what F and H mean. And here they are. F is great facts and H is great habits. You must have a great mentor who will teach you great facts, and you will get great habits from that mentor. That's what you need. That's mentoring. That's great mentoring. Also, you need a 1-minute mentor video. Every single day, I pride myself in creating a 1-minute mentor professional video, and I send it out every morning to my monthly mentor members around the world so that I can give you guidance every single day. It's a 1-minute video. It'll change your life every single morning. I charge $3,000 a year for that service because it's so powerful. And what you need is that amazing book, the Monthly Mentor Goal Handbook, that teaches you how to write goals in my incredible way. And it gives 400 actual examples from my clients of goals in every single possible, in weight loss and making money and anything. They're all there. You can just copy them so that you'll know that you're doing it correctly. Another thing that you absolutely need is to get your questions answered every single day by email. I am your mentor. I am the one that answers your questions. It's not a coach of mine. I personally answer your questions every single day. Wow. Another thing that you absolutely need is 17 months of mentoring and accountability, which you get perfectly in the monthly mentor program. Another thing that you need, and this is the hugest, you need the benefits of the advanced program. The advanced program has 14 modules in it to clean your messes, eliminate procrastination, increase your wealth every single month, overcome your toughest obstacles, get out of debt, and there's another 10 of them. It's $6,000. People who are fortunate enough to get into the monthly mentor, typically a few months later, upgrade to the second binder, the advanced binder, for 6,000 extra US dollars. Another thing that you need is to unleash your inner power. Unleash your inner power, and I mean it. You will feel like an inner Superman. Another thing that you absolutely need is the 1-minute mentor videos that you get every single morning, professional videos. Another thing that you absolutely need is great facts and great habits. Because, for example, in this pandemic, you're getting lousy facts and you may not have the habits of being fit and being nutritionally wise and keeping your mind clear from getting crap from bad news of the CNN and all that stuff. So you need great positive habits and you need great facts. And if you think that this is amazing, if you think that my program that has lasted for 25 years is rated better than Tony Robbins or Brian Tracy's, if you think it's amazing that you get a professional video from me every morning, if you think it's amazing that you get a book of brilliant goals that you can copy so that you can do it correctly from a book that is not available to anyone else, if you think that having advice from me only, as your only mentor is amazing, if you think that all the things I've said so far are amazing, is nothing compared to what you're going to see right now.
So with no further ado, Mr. Jack Canfield.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield. You probably know me as the co-creator of the New York Times best-selling series, Chicken Soup for the Soul. You know, that series has sold over 110 million copies in over 44 languages around the world. We looked around for a system that would help us attain our goals. We finally found one that worked, and it was Raymond Aaron's monthly mentor program. And I use that program every single month. All my senior staff at Chicken Soup for the Soul Enterprises use that program. And as a result of that, we continue to achieve and surpass our goals every single year. And your life can be changed if you will use the monthly mentor program. You know, when we decided we wanted to do something, we looked around at all the people out there that had programs, whether it was Brian Tracy or Tony Robbins, you name it, we looked at it. And the one that really impressed us the most, because we did it, we tried it, was the monthly mentor program. And I want you to have the same success that I've had and that our company's had. So I'll finish this by simply saying this. The monthly mentor program is the most powerful and effective goal achievement program literally on the planet. Take advantage of it. Get involved. Do it now.
Wow. Did you hear Jack Canfield say better than Tony Robbins, better than Brian Tracy. Wow, wow, wow. This is the program that works and is guaranteed for you. But here's the very, very, very hugest. Get ready, this is it. Get ready. And that is the monthly fee of $500 a month, as I told you, for 17 months. Do you want a reduction on that? Get ready. Here it is. It's only $97 a month. Wow, wow, wow. Totally affordable. And get ready, this is it. The 1-minute mentor video at $3,000 a year for a video every single morning from me, no charge. I'm including it at no charge. You wake up with me every single morning and get a minute of brilliant advice. Get ready, this is it. The $6,000 advanced program, which people usually buy 2 or 3 months into the program, I'm including that for free. You get the advanced program included with the basic mentoring package. Wow, wow. Monthly mentor truly works. Wow. And every single day, you get a 1-minute mentor video. Every single day, I personally answer your questions. Every single day, you get great facts and learn great habits. Every month, you achieve your goals. Every month, you get a 1-hour live mentor class by Zoom. Every month, you clean your messes. And at the start, you get an ironclad guarantee, and you get the monthly mentor book, and you get binder number 1, and you get binder number 2, and at the start, you get the interview with Robert Kiyosaki, and it is tax deductible as a business expense. Wow, wow, wow. Now let's make it even better for you. I've told you that the fee is $12,000 US. Let me make it better for you. Here we go. $997, totally affordable. Wow. Let me make it even better for you. It's $997 plus $97 per month for the 17 months. Or if you are able to pay in full, then I give you a discount and I give you 2 free months. I give you a discount and I give you 2 free months at $24.97 US. Wow. That's the tuition around the world for the last 25 years in US dollars. That's been the tuition around the world for the last 25 years in US dollars. But this is a crazy world that we're living in. This is a crazy world. And so my board of directors has authorized me to give you a crazy world special, an anti-panic special, an anti-terror special, an anti-fear special, because I distinctly and particularly want to help you. And so I'm giving you a discount on top of the best discount I have ever done in 25 years. Get ready for this. You know it's $997 plus $97 a month, and you know it's $24.97, which is a discount, plus you get 2 free months. Here's what I'm going to do. Only $497. Only $497 instead of $97. And if you can pay in full, it's only $19.97. Oh my gosh, I have never, ever, ever offered the program at that low rate. Never, ever, ever. And I'm offering it in Canadian dollars, not US dollars. I offer it in US dollars all around the world, all around the world. I have never, except occasionally in Toronto, when I'm offering this in the actual classroom, I sometimes allow my Toronto clients to get in Canadian currency, but otherwise it's always US currency all around the world. So there it is. It's not $997 for today, it's $497 plus $97 a month for 17 months. And if you can afford it, then you get a huge discount to only $19.97, and you also get 2 free months. And those numbers are in Canadian dollars. Wow, wow, wow. And here it is. Go immediately to offerfromraymond.com/special. Offerfromraymond.com/special. Take a photograph with your cell phone or take a screenshot so that you don't forget it, because I don't want you to type in some other URL. This is the only URL that will allow you to have that gigantic discount and then in Canadian dollars. By the way, the Canadian dollar has just recently fallen badly against the US dollar and against the British pound and against the euro. So to offer this in Canadian dollars is a gigantic extra benefit for you. Offer from Raymond.com/special. Get in, because at any time I could withdraw this offer, holding it at such a gigantic extra discount and then discounting it again by offering Canadian dollars. I don't do that. I have never, ever done that. This is everything that you get. Every day you get a 1-minute mentor video. Every day you get your questions answered by me personally. Every day you get great facts, and you start learning great habits. Every month you achieve your goals. Every month you get a 1-hour live Zoom class, which is really, really easy. You just click on the link and suddenly you're in the classroom. Every month you clean your messes. At the start, you get the 1-minute mentor book. You get 100% ironclad guarantee certificate. You get the binder number 1 that contains the 4 basic mentoring modules. And you get binder number 2, the advanced binder. And you also get the Rich Dad, Poor Dad interview, and it's tax deductible. It's the best deal I've ever, ever, ever given. Only $4.97 instead of $9.97. And it's in Canadian dollars instead of US, plus $97 per month. Only $19.97, and it's in Canadian dollars, which is a discount. And on top of that, there's 2 free months. Offer from Raymond.com/special. Offer from Raymond.com/special. Now, I'm going to do something which I hope will be a giant benefit to you. If you're clever, you'll race immediately to offer from Raymond.com/special. However, I'm not leaving the line. I want to help you even more. There are 2 places where you can ask questions, and weirdly, the questions area is the wrong one. Do not enter your questions where it says questions. Enter your questions where it says chat. I will be responding to questions in the chat area, not the questions area. So go to the chat area now and enter any question you wish, and I will answer them. If you don't need any questions, then simply race to offerfromraymond.com/special. If we get too many people racing in, I'll just take that website down, because there's only a limited number that I want to let in at a giant discount. First of all, the upfront fee is discounted 50%, and then it's discounted like another 40% because it's Canadian dollars. And then if the pay in full is always $24.97, and it's always US dollars. I'm now offering it at $19.97 in Canadian dollars. Oh my gosh, this is the best deal I've ever given. And if I get inundated with people wanting it, I'm just going to have to cut it off, because there's a limit as to how generous I want to be. If you have a question, do not go to the questions area. If you have a question, do not go to the questions area. If you have a question, go to the chat area. Go to the chat area and ask your question there. If you have a question, go to the chat area and ask your question there. Oh my God, I'm looking at the questions now in the question area. There's hundreds of them. Oh my God, hundreds. I'm sorry I didn't explain this to you before. Oh, I can see everyone said broke. Oh yeah, wow. Wow, oh my God, you're so talkative. Okay, but I can't look at 2 areas, so I'm looking only at the chat area. I'm sorry I didn't say this to you before. So please go to the chat area. They can't use the chat. Oh, they can't use the chat. Well, lots of people have used the chat already. All right, then I will look at the chat. Yeah, Kathleen, it says questions, and then later on it says chat. You know what? I'll try to do both. I'll try to do both. And Mickey and Francis, if you're both there, my co-admins, if you see a question, please come on the line and help me out here, because it's going to be a little hard to. Okay, so Verena says, there is no way I can use the chat. Okay, good. So do the questions. Nora says, I don't know how to use the chat. Great. So ignore what I said and use questions. So Mandana says, Raymond, you are the best. Thank you. I love you. Rick says, chat doesn't work. I get it, Rick. Use the questions area, just like you just did. Mandana said, all the best of help. I think she means I've given her lots of help. Good. Josephine said, if you pay the $497, do you pay $397 plus $97 a month? I have no idea what that means. It's $497 plus $97 a month. I don't know what the $397 is. So let me be really clear. If you want the payment plan, it's $497 plus $97 a month, weirdly in Canadian dollars. If you can afford the pay in full, that's one payment of $19.97. It includes the upfront fee and the $97 a month and a big discount, and you get 2 free months. So it's 19 months. There is no $397. Crow said there's no chat. I heard you. Use the question area. So Josephine, it's $497 plus $97 a month for 17 months. Lavanna says, I have been a member of Monthly Mentor for many years. Would I have to pay the registration again? No. If you're already in the Monthly Mentor and maybe you've stopped, you don't have to pay the $497 again. You just restart at the $97 a month. So just text me personally and I'll take care of you. Kathleen said, if you already have the materials, can you just pay the monthly fee? Yes, that was Lavanna's question. So just, I don't know. I'll give you the email address of my, here, I'll type it in. I'll type it in for you. Here's the email address of my hold on, mpatel at aaron.com. Let me just make that big for you. If you have any issues at all, for example, if you are already a Monthly Mentor member, but maybe your 17 months has come and gone, or maybe you want to come back in, you don't have to repurchase the materials. Just email Patel, M as in Mickey, Patel at aaron.com. That's AARON. If you have any questions at all about payments, just go to Patel at aaron.com. Okay. So Douglas says, what is the promo code? I don't know about a promo code. So Mickey or Francis, can you come on the line and tell me about a promo code? Douglas says there's a promo code. Mickey or Francis, can you come on and help me, please?
Hey Raymond, there's actually no promo code. That's just a default on the shopping cart.
So they don't have to enter anything in the promo code?
Nope, they just go to the website, offerfromraymond.com/special, and they'll get the special offer.
Okay, great. So Josephine said I made a typo, and Jacinth said, am I paying $4.97? I don't think so. You're paying $497 Canadian plus $97 Canadian for 17 months, or you're paying $1,997. Thank you for asking. Lavana said, do you see me? Thank you. I see you forever, Lavana. Carmen, offer from Raymond.com/special. That's correct. Jeff Tam said, hello, Raymond. You are still live. I know. Paul says, do you know how much 1997 is in American dollars? Yeah, it's tiny. Francis, can you just look it up and tell him he doesn't know how to use Google? So just tell me the number and then I'll tell him. Jeff Tam, where is the replay, please? We will send. Francis?
Yes, Raymond.
He wants to know how much 1997 is in US dollars.
1383.
1383. 1383. It's unbelievable discount. 1383. Rosaro says, thank you for a powerful energy. Wow, aren't you a sweetheart? Paul says, great offer. Darnwell is. Mary says, if I'm in the 10-10-10 program, but never wrote a book, can I trade it in for this mentoring program? No, but thank you for thinking of me. Okay, so there's no more questions. Oh, he's written it in here. Let me write it in for you here. There. So I put, can I have a comment? Can you, I put in 1383 US dollars, but I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there it is. No. Then how may month keep on? I think Carmen means how many months. It's $497 plus $97 a month for 17 months. And at the end of 17 months, many people stay on. So you just stay on and you just keep investing your $97 a month. There's no extra upfront fee. I think that's what Carmen is saying. Yes, stay as long as you wish. And Malcock says, is it true that we should only have one mentor? Well, that's a really good question. When you start, you should have an umbrella mentor, a mentor that like covers everything for you, and that's what I'm offering. And then once your income improves and once your net worth improves, then you can have specialized mentor. Like I have specialized mentor in, well, I've listed them. I showed you about 6 different mentors that I have. So start with an overall mentor. Paul wrote, I see it, thank you. Mona says, thank you so much, Aaron, for the helpful information and your wonderful offer must go now. Okay, good, please join. Paula says, I've registered, yay! Do I need to stick around for these questions? No, if you're registered, you're in. But thank you for registering. Craig says, question, I own many properties. What should I do if my tenants can't pay their rent? In times like this, they're going to pretend they can't pay because they think they can get away with blaming coronavirus on everything. I think you should follow the rule of strictness. You should be strict. You should issue the government papers whenever the government allows you to. You should be strict because most people aren't losing their job. Most people are just being sent home, and many businesses are doing much, much, much better. I told you this is my most well-attended webinar of my whole life. And Malcock says, you spoke about Tony Robbins. I saw you and Bob Proctor. I saw you and Bob Proctor. I'm not sure what he means. What I mean is that Jack Canfield in that video said that he tried Tony Robbins' program and he tried Brian Tracy's program and he chose mine. That's what I meant. Mary says, thank you, Aaron. Craig says, thanks. Oh, everyone's saying thanks. That's good. So this is your opportunity. 497 Canadian plus 97 Canadian a month. That's crazy. Or only 1997 Canadian, which is both a discount and you get 2 additional free months. If you're already in the monthly mentor program, but have since quit, you can rejoin only 97 a month and don't have to pay the 497. And to do that, just email mpatel@aaron.com and he'll take care of that for you. Jennifer said, some industries are suffering. I believe compassion is needed. Okay, be compassionate. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm just thinking that a lot of people are going to use coronavirus as an excuse. So I would first be strict and then be passionate. Crow says, Raymond, can you please answer one more question? Can I go with Chip for my home? Can you please answer one more question? Can I go with Chip for my home? Crow, I don't understand your question. I don't know what it means. Can I go with Chip for my home? So please ask it again. Maybe you've made a typo. Gisela, thank you. Well, aren't you sweet? Jennifer wrote, it's very good excuse if you can't leave your home. Okay. Chandra wrote, I have about 150,000 Canadian in savings, currently no income. What should I do with it to create some in the least amount of time? Well, if you want to invest it, I think when you're in the monthly mentor program, I will tell you exactly when it's great to buy real estate, and I will tell you exactly when it's great to invest in the stock market. Because with $150,000, when you buy at the right time, when the crash has already hurt the market as much as it can, and good news starts coming about the coronavirus, you grab everything you can at that time, and you can expect a very big increase. Your 150,000 could go much, much higher. And Chandra wrote again, awesome, I'm in the program. Thank you, bunches, Raymond. Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? Aren't you just a sweetheart? Any question you wish, enter it in the question section. $13.83 US dollars. Gester wrote, hi Raymond, any programs for the kids? The kids would love this. I've had kids very young. I've had kids 12 years old in the program. They'll totally love it. And the benefit is you don't have to buy, let's say you and your child want to join, you only have to pay $497 once. And then you'll pay two 97s each month. And to do that, just email mpatel@aaron.com. Nora says, I'm launching my podcast, Women Starting Over. Should I launch now or maybe wait a week? Never wait. Never, ever, ever. Launch your business immediately and give women guidance. They'll be waiting in line to sign up for you. I'm launching my, the same question again. Never wait. Launch your business immediately and make sure you design it exactly to help women in this pandemic. And you'll get lots of customers. Never wait, never ever add time, ever, ever, ever. Okay, Jester wrote, I'm already in the program, love your MTO strategy. Brilliant. Crow says, for mortgage plan with Chip that makes you free mortgage. For mortgage plan with Chip, that's the Canadian home insurance plan, that makes you free mortgage. Well, I don't think it's a free mortgage. Crow, please, I don't know, maybe English isn't your first language, I'm not sure. But if you could please use a whole sentence so that I know, because you're using short forms and I'm not sure what you mean. I really want to help you, but you have to use a whole sentence. Okay, oh, look at all these people. Douglas Mercer says, I'm in. Douglas Mercer says, thank you. Crow says, can I do it? Please don't be so brief, Crow. Please type the whole sentence. I don't know what is the it that you want to do. Nora says, thank you, you're right, I won't wait. We are co-authoring a book, Women Starting Over. I'm working to get this out ASAP. Good, good, do it. And Crow, please write one sentence, one complete sentence with no short forms, and I'm happy to answer it. Anyone, you can ask me whatever questions you wish. I won't leave till your question's answered. Well, it looks like we're dying down. Oh, here we go. Pauline says, will there be a recording of the program? Yes. And we're sending out the recording to everyone who attended and also everyone who didn't attend. Because we had well over 200 people who attended, but we had well over 300 people who registered. Craig, where do you find a relationship mentor? Well, when you're in my program, I will tell you all about that. Pauline says, thank you. Crow, here we go. Can I go with Chip for my mortgage that makes me mortgage free? Well, if you have a mortgage, you're not mortgage free. So I apologize. I don't understand your question. CHIP is a Canadian government program that helps you get a mortgage. But if you have a mortgage, you're not mortgage free. So I apologize. I don't understand your question. I'm sorry. Okay, is there anyone else who wants a question? Josephine says, I'm having trouble with my credit card online. I will need a moment to figure this out. I would like to enroll. No problem. Josephine, I hope you're listening. Email mpatel@aaron.com, mpatel@aaron.com, and you can give him your credit card number and expiry date and the funny number on the back. If you're having trouble getting online, please go directly to him. He's completely reliable. He is my chief financial officer. He handles all my money. He'll handle yours very elegantly. So just respond, Josephine, to make sure that you heard me. And Malcock says, I'm in. Can't wait to see you live at Toronto seminar. Great. Josephine says, yes, thank you. Jeff Tam says, CHIP is also known as a reverse mortgage plan. It has good and bad attributes. It might be suitable for you or it might not be suitable for you. Jeff, he's a financial advisor and that's his advice to you. Dan says, for information, Canadian governor just ordered statewide stay-at-home, California governor. California governor just ordered statewide stay-at-home order. Okay, good. Thank you, Dan. And don't panic. I'm not saying you were panicking. I'm just advising everyone. There'll be more and more orders like this. Things will get worse before they get better. There'll be more and more and more orders from government. There'll be more and more shutdowns of airplanes and movie theaters and everything. And the more deaths and the stock market will go lower and real estate prices will go lower. And that'll happen for, I don't know, a few weeks, a few months. But when you're in the program, I'll alert you when is the time to buy real estate and when is the time to buy the stock market. You'll be in good care. Lisa says, I am in. Lisa in Houston. Wow, well done, Lisa. Very, very excited. Very, very excited. Thank you for informing me. I'm so happy for you. Okay, I think we're dying down. We started my time, 8 o'clock, and it's now 10 o'clock, exactly my time. So I've been on the air for 2 hours. I gave you a half an hour at the beginning to ask all of your questions, and then we're doing all this discussion now. Rick says, why is the Canadian dollar so low? Oh, I can tell you why. Canada exports oil. Canada's a major producer of oil, and oil prices are way down now. And so people value the Canadian dollar lower because oil prices are lower. Also, whether you like to hear this or not, the day that Trump was elected president, the US dollar went way, way up against the euro, way up against the pound sterling, way up against the Canadian dollar. I am not making a political comment. I am stating a fact. Whether you like Trump or not, I know he's a very divisive character, very polarizing. I'm not saying I like him. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just telling you that the world likes Trump, and the proof is that the US dollar went up significantly the day he was elected and hasn't come down. So because of the epidemic, because of the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, the world has to decide what currency to trust. And for some reason, the world has voted again in favor of trusting Trump. So because they trust that Trump will do the right thing, the US dollar has gone up. Because oil prices are down, the Canadian dollar has gone down. And so the difference between the US dollar and the Canadian dollar is about as terrible as it has ever been. There was a time when a very brief time when the Canadian dollar was higher than the US dollar, but today it's horribly low. So that's my answer. Thanks, Rick. Paul says, thank you, Raymond, and Francis and all. And George says, I am in. Yay, congratulations. And Jacinth says, thank you again, Aaron. She means Raymond, and good night. Very good. You're such wonderful people. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.